Hey, welcome back. I recently just got back from the PNWCI knife show, Pacific Northwest Custom Invitational Knife Show, and I was lucky enough to stop by the Maverick Concepts table and pick up, I think it was the first purchase of the day from his table. I think I got the first choice. Me and another guy were kind of rifling through his selection, and I could see the other guy was eyeing this one too, and he even mentioned it on the Facebook group after, but ended up with this beautiful Prism from Maverick Concepts. This just a beautiful integral knife. I don't buy many customs, but this was one of those ones where it was like so cool looking. And as I'm getting it, you know, the maker, his name just slipped my mind. I'll look it up in a second here. But he's like, I think that's the one that I want. Said he was going to make another one for himself in the same design here. So this is a 3.3 inch Prism V2. It's serial number 53. It has Norris frequency, Damascus. It's using Zerk, Thai, Black Damascus. I can't remember what he said about the finish. I want to say it was like some sort of Cerakote or something. I cannot remember what it was, but basically has something like added onto there, and it's just amazing. Really, really cool looking. So let me see if I can hop in there and get a name for you on this. These are made by, bear with me. There we go. Made by Nick Marshall. Sorry about that. I knew I was going to slip the name. I met a lot of different makers at this show. So Nick started Maverick Concepts and made this one. And yeah, he posted on the even on the thing after talking to him about it. But the more I look at this one, the more I realize I want to make a similar one for myself. Really could not agree more that this one was a pretty choice build from this show. Let's take a look at why. I think a big piece of it is that when you make a knife, you really need things to flow together. And one of the things that really stands out to me on this is everything just really flows together very nicely. The color choices, the bolster being Zerk, Zerk on the pivot hardware. Let me double check everything before so Zerk, Thai, Black Damascus. Yeah, I think these are all like Zerk. And yeah, just the overall build, I think, is pretty remarkable. Now, this is not only an integral, it's an integral with a, you know, like an integrated liner lock, or I'm sorry, integrated frame lock. So much less likely to hit the lock bar when you are deploying it, which is awesome. Really great action, but it's very easy to just grab it, you know, kind of around here or whatever, really almost anywhere, except for if you were to grab just the very ridge here, then you could potentially get yourself a little lock bar pressure if you were to put your finger all the way onto there. But generally, you know, not a problem. Of course, I just do it right there. Yeah, and just really snappy action on this thing. It's not quite drop shut. If I get it with really good lockup, it's not quite drop shut, but that's not a big deal to me. I'm sure over time it could wear in a little bit. This is a bearing knife. Double check. I'm now kind of second guessing myself after saying that out loud. I think it's bearings on top of washers, if I recall correctly. Yeah, it is. And it's fantastic. Now, is it go sell your knife collection, buy this one knife, and never look for another one again? I don't know. Could be. It's a little skinny on the handle. That's probably the biggest criticism I'd have for it. Sometimes a little strong on the detent. Now, there's another one he had there that had a much lighter detent, And he said he thought this one still just needed to break in a little bit. So that might break in. I do also get a tad bit of lock stick, which is, I bought 2 custom knives from the show and both of them have a little bit. Hear that? So yeah, that's interesting. And as you can see, not cheap. Full tie, integral, crazy finishing, crazy Damascus, $2,100 knife. So not for the faint of heart, but man, is it ever sweet. How cool is this right here, by the way? That just kind of emerges from there. So cool. That, I believe, also acts as the stop pin, but there's also an internal stop pin. Wait, am I seeing that right? Is that a backspacer or? Yeah, sorry, I just did that off screen, but you can see there's a pin in there. I'm just not 100% sure what it does, to be honest. Maybe it acts as the forward stop pin, so it stops the blade from swinging further this way, and then this acts as the stop pin for the back. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, and then this one catches, I guess, in here or something when it closes to stop it from hitting, the back here. You can see a little bit of the lock up there, so probably about 40%. So not too early, not too late, just about right. If you give it any momentum at all, it has like a nice weight to it. I think the Damascus on the spine is beautiful. I got 2 knives from this show and both of them have beautiful spines on them. Beautiful Damascus spines. So loving the Norris Damascus here in this frequency. Pretty freaking awesome. Yeah, overall, really nice. Oh, should probably mention an interesting little thumb stud also. Feels pretty good. It's like a little pokey, but not too bad. I usually like a little bit of a wider thumb stud. The Demco would be a good example side by side. You can see how much wider that is. That's my preference. Like, I don't know if it's thumb size or something like that, but I'm not very into like little thumb studs. These are not little, but they're on the smaller side for me. So probably worth noting. But man, what a beauty. So feel very lucky to have snagged this. Certainly quite an awesome addition to the collection, and really cool to get to buy it right from the maker. This is my first knife show, and to walk away with 2 from 2 really talented makers, HMC and Maverick Concepts, felt pretty good. So happy with the result, happy with the experience, and certainly considering going again next year. It was in Seaside, Oregon, which is beautiful, total take your kids kind of location. A lot of fun stuff like arcades and merry-go-round and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of Santa Cruz feeling, like boardwalk feeling. Really beautiful, large beach. It must have been a 1/4 mile from where the beach starts to get to the water. It's this massive beach. So, a beautiful point off to the left when you're facing out at the ocean. Highly recommend it. I think that's it for now, though. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.